your girl Shan.
Back with another one.
All right, YouTube. Well, what we got?
Oh, I'm thinking about the
No, you're not. No, you're not. No. Okay,
did.
so.
At the last video we did.
No. You are getting. We had a whole off-screen conversation about our last video.
Oh, man.
Yeah, just.
Y'all gotta check it out, man. At the end. I was supposed to come up with a number.
Yes.
For the LGBTQIA. And what's the next number? Not letter. And the only thing I can come up with was...
Watch the video. because he just... I don't even have... I know. Okay, so... Well, I hope you guys are enjoying your New Year. New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, yes. We got to mention that in the other video. So, my first day of the new year, guess what I got?
What?
I got a text message from somebody asking me, can they borrow $100? So I kind of had to text her back and say, it is 2023. I'm not doing that with you.
What?
I'm not doing that with you.
Borrow?
I'm not letting you borrow. I'm not letting you hold. I'm not giving you gas money and all these other things. I have things that I want to do with my extra gas money.
And the thing is, it's nothing wrong with allowing people to borrow, help people
It
out.
is 2023.
No, wait, can I finish?
Crazy.
It's nothing wrong with allowing people to, borrow, help people out, but it's when it's the same people over and over again. That's what we're talking about.
So that right there kind of got a little bit. I got a little aggravated by it, and I had to send her like a long text message about why I wasn't giving it to her. But again, that's just my soapbox. I just wanted to get it off my chest. But I hope everybody else is having a pretty good start to their new year. But it's never too late to make a change.
What?
To say no.
Change for once in my life. Gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. What do you say? Gonna make it right. Let's get this thing started. I'm done singing.
You didn't do
We are dealing with Larry Elder.
That's my favorite part coming up.
And basic facts they never knew about
conservatives.
Yes,
There's some facts we never knew about conservatives. Now we just
ready to hear about this.
Entered into the dark side and been learning a little bit more about that. So interested to hear what else.
Huh?
I'm interested to hear what else.
Yeah. You always bring something good though.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
I have a physical therapist. We don't usually talk about politics, but I know she's left wing. But for some reason, the last session, we started talking about politics. And she said, conservatives, they're so selfish. They only care about themselves. They only care about money. That's why I am a liberal. Now, when your physical therapist is administering pain to you, you're kind of reluctant to take her off. But at some point, I couldn't take it. I said, what is your basis for saying that? She said, well, they're just selfish. I said, this has been studied. There's a book called Who Really Cares by a guy named Arthur C. Brooks. And Arthur C. Brooks was not a conservative. He was a public policy professor at Syracuse University. He wanted to do a paper on something people haven't done before, and he was shocked to find out nobody had ever done an extensive study on whether or not liberals or conservatives were more generous with their time, with their money. And he was shocked to find out that conservatives, by far, give more money, give more time than do liberals. And my therapist said, well, that's because conservatives have more money. And I said, actually, the average conservative household is 6% less wealthy than the average liberal household. You're just wrong. And she was shocked.
Wow.
And I said, years ago, I was getting my hair cut. I get my hair cut at a barber shop / beauty parlor. And a lady next to me was going on and on and on about how selfish Republicans and conservatives were. She didn't know who I was. Otherwise, I would imagine she would have been a little more cautious. Let's pause here for a second. Are you sick and tired of YouTube? I know I am. It censors factual information from you. The content it promotes doesn't help our culture, and it punishes those who dare speak the truth. Like this channel. That's why starting today, we'll be posting our content exclusively on Epic TV, a video platform from the Epic Times, where you're guaranteed to get real news, fresh and high-quality content and wholesome movies that are perfect for the whole family. All of these for only $1 a month if you sign up today. So click the link below to get this limited offer, and I promise you it's going to be the best $1 you'll ever spend. Can't wait to see you on Epic TV. Just click the link below and watch it on Epic TV. But again, over and over and over again, I started not to intervene. I was just there to get my hair cut. You know, I work for a living. And sometimes I want to take the day off, but I couldn't take it. And I turned to her and I said, "Excuse me, do you have any idea who gives more money and gives more time to charity, Republicans versus Democrats, liberals versus conservatives?" She said, "Oh, Democrats give more time. Democrats give more charity. Liberals give more time. Liberals give more charity." I said, "Actually, it's been studied. There's a book called Who Really Cares by a man named Arthur Brooks. And he was shocked because he thought the same thing you thought. He grew up in a non-political household. He wasn't liberal. He wasn't conservative. He was just kind of in the middle. But he just knew intuitively that Democrats were more generous with their time, with their money. He was shocked to find out it was the opposite. And in many instances, it isn't even close. And there are a couple of reasons. The first reason is that conservatives are more religious than liberals. And religious people give a lot more of their time and a lot more of their money to charity. The other thing is this. Most conservatives believe that government ought not be involved in welfare, and they talk the talk and walk the walk by donating money that they feel government shouldn't be doing because they feel that individuals and nonprofits should be doing it. And after I told her all of that, she said, "Oh, that's because Republicans have more money." Same as you just now said. And I said, "Actually, that's also been studied. The average liberal household has about 6% more money than the average conservative household." She was shocked. And by the way, for optics, happened to be a white female. In walks a black female. I said, "Excuse me, this young lady and I are having a conversation about who's more generous with their time and with their money, liberals or conservatives. What's your opinion?" She said, "Oh, liberals are. By far. They're more generous. They're more caring." I said, "Actually, it's been studied. There's a book called Who Really Cares," and I went down the whole litany with her as I did with the other young lady. And she said, "Oh, that's because conservatives have more money." I said, "Actually, that's been studied too. They have less money. They're just more generous." She too was shocked. Here's a report on the book Who Really Cares, and I'm quoting. "Religious people are givers. Religious observance is a key predictor of generosity. People who attend church weekly are 25 percentage points more likely to give money and 23 points more likely to volunteer than people who rarely attend. They give 350% more money and volunteer 200% more time despite not having higher household incomes. Notably, this giving was not just to religious charities and causes. Their support of entirely secular charities and voluntary associations is also comparably higher." End of quote. My therapist then said, "Well, the reason I'm a liberal is because of health care. I just think health care is important, don't you?" I said, "Of course it's important." And I said, "The best way to ensure better health care, better quality, better accessibility is through competition." And she said, "Yeah, but what about people who are really poor?" And I said, "What about donations? What about charity? That's what people are for." I said, "There's a book called The Tragedy of American Compassion, written by a guy named Marvin Olasky, and he looked at the Great Depression when FDR rolled out the New Deal. And he found out that people that were eligible for charity but didn't take it either because of pride or because they were able to figure out getting money from their friends or family or somehow figured it out, versus those that took charity, over the long haul, the ones that avoided government charity were better off. It turned out government charity created dependence. This gentleman looked at both those books, Who Really Cares and The Tragedy of American Compassion.
But also in 1992, a book came out by Marv Olasky, which really is an amazing book, The Tragedy of American Compassion, in which he...
Hope you enjoyed that short video. Now to watch the full video, just...
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I guess with the liberals, it is more of the same thing. It's like one of those records where the song gets stuck in your head and you hear the same song over and over again. It's like repeating the same thing.
I agree with that.
You have nothing new to add.
The song is being repeated by everyone.
But it's like, how you all got the same song in your head? Yes. And then when you give them a fact, that same song still playing in their head, and they want to try to, no.
It's stuck on repeat.
It's stuck on repeat. Good information.
Very good information.
I mean, I remember the church we used to go to. Every what was it? We used to do the feed the hungry.
It was every month.
Every month we would go to the church and they would give out clothes to anybody who really wanted it.
Yeah.
And they also had food and everything too. I mean, yes, it took up our Saturday.
Yes, it did.
It took up our Saturday because you work through the whole week and you want to enjoy your Saturday then.
But it's always good to help.
But it was always a joy to do it.
Some people really needed it.
And some
people
people
come in there, with tears in their eyes. You know, just happy they was able to get some clothing or some food.
And it was like normally new clothes and
Then you had the ones that took advantage of it.
Some people took advantage of it, but it was still a resource that was available.
Yeah.
And they do have a lot of resources that are available for people who just need something. I mean, you don't have to be like out down and out and like really struggling. You can just be having like a bad moment. As far as the people thinking about conservatives, money hungry, this conservative money hungry, that.
I mean, the thing is, I feel that the liberals think the same thing about us, that we're playing a record that's on repeat. You know what I'm saying? I think they think the same thing, and we think the same thing about them. Mm-hmm. How do you prove somebody right, or wrong? I think that you have to educate yourself, like he was talking about the book, where he actually told them, hey, this book proves that certain percentage, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you give people the truth, either they're going to accept it or they're not going to accept it. I think a lot of times they don't want to accept it. No. They don't want it to be true.
They've been living that way for so long. Yeah. And I think I asked you on our previous videos, like, hey, how would your grandma think about you, being a conservative? Mm-hmm. How my grandmother think about me being a conservative? I mean, but it's not even about that. It's just about, hey, what does the party stand for? Yeah. Let's take out the liberals, conservative out of it. What does the party stand for? Is it aligned with what you believe? Yeah.
Certain things I draw lines. I have a line I draw. So
as Christians, it's just that just because we may say we are conservatives, hey, everything the conservatives do may not be okay, but that does not mean that, hey, everything the liberals say makes me want to just do that either. Yeah. So, you have to have a line drawn somewhere and just, what you say, chew the meat and spit out the bones?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, some people swallow bones. I ain't talking about y'all. I ain't talking about y'all.
Spit out the bones.
Yeah.
Always been like that.
Always been like that.
Yep.
So you ever swallowed a fish bone and get it stuck in your throat?
That's why you eat some bread.
That's why you gotta eat some bread.
Yeah, man. You swallow a good old fish bone, eat some bread, and just swallow that bread, that bone goes straight on down.
That is the worst feeling ever. The bone. That little old bone.
Stuck in your throat.
Stuck in your throat.
You hope when that bread go down, it's
oh my God! You're like, go get it. But that's just what I gotta add to that one. You have anything else to add to this?
That's it.
All right. Well, we gotta stop that record from playing on repeat, y'all. We gotta, learn for ourselves.
I mean, the thing is, what if they think that our record is repeating itself?
But he gave you a book to read. You ain't gotta listen to us.
People gonna be who they are.
Read a book.
People gonna believe what they want to believe.
Oh my God! Watch a movie then. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Oh my God!
But other than that, it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, you two. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all later.
Peace.